Alright, back again, Luke here, and today what I want to do is show you a project that I'm working on. As you can see, there's lots of parts up here. This project is my Neo Geo Frontlight SupremeJudge Special. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, I recommend going over and checking out SupremeJudge. He's a great guy, and I believe he is the one and only guy who's responsible for starting up the Jamma Nation X site. He's a Neo Geo guy, and he knows his stuff. And what I noticed on his page probably, I don't know, a few months back, is I usually watch his videos, and he had up something about a Neo Geo Pocket Frontlight mod that he had done. And I was thinking, what? Frontlight mod? That's insane. So I went over and checked out his video. And sure enough, he had his Neo Geo Pocket color, and it was front lit, and I was just like, wow, that is the coolest damn thing I've seen. And he has a PDF file that's attached to it to show you how to go about doing it. And yesterday, when I was in Hard Off, I came across a Neo Geo Pocket color. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not. This Neo Geo Pocket color has been through hell and back. It's just really been used. You can see the paint's worn off around the power button. Actually, on the back here and the side, it's faded on a lot of different parts. It's all scratched up here. You can see the two-tone here where the paint's come off. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it a little bit of a step further, and I'm going to sand this thing down a little bit. I'm going to repaint it silver just to get it back to a decent-looking color. But yeah, in order to do this mod here, what you're going to need is you're going to need something like this. Now, luckily, I received this in the mail from a great YouTuber, and that was Killswitch Sniper. And I was thinking, am I going to try and fix this? And the reason why is because of this, or am I going to use it for parts or something like that? I didn't know, but I knew that somehow I would be able to use it. So when I picked up this this Neo Geo Pocket color, I picked it up for 10 bucks yesterday, and when I powered the thing on, the screen was just multicolored, flashing, and I thought, oh geez, what has happened to this thing? So I pulled the screen off, and this is the innards of this monster here. It's not really too much. I mean, it's just a board here. You can see you have your joystick mounted in here with all the micro switches, but nonetheless, somebody had taken this thing apart and played around with it before. But what they didn't pay attention to was putting this ribbon cable back in, because when I took this ribbon cable out, the first thing that I noticed was on the end there were three tabs on the end that were bent up and making contact with each other. So somebody obviously tried to ram this thing back in. Probably didn't take the time to remove the strap holder here, like this plastic piece. Didn't open it up, just kind of ripped it out or whatever, and yeah, forced it back in, and yeah, well, you can imagine what was happening. You know, there was just 2 or 3 points that were making contact with one point. So I flattened them back out, and I gently put it back in there, and yeah, it fires up. There's no problems with it. But once I got that working, I thought, you know, this case is pretty destroyed. What am I going to do with it? And somehow I had this thing laying right next to me, and I thought, yeah. First thing that came to mind was SupremeJudge and his mod, and I was like, you know what? This thing is going to get a little bit of a treatment. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you the process of how I go about modding this. And for one, the reason is, yeah, this really is a difficult mod. If you know your stuff, it won't be too difficult, but even then, there's some variables in the situation where things might go wrong. And one of those variables is something that he actually mentions in his PDF file, and that is the screen here. Now, trying to get this screen off is tricky because of the fact that this screen is held on by double-sided tape on the back here. You can imagine what a century and a half of sitting on this double-sided tape here will do. It makes it really, really sticky, and it really makes it adhere to this plastic. And trying to get this screen off, you have to use a flathead screwdriver, and you have to pry up under the screen in one special point. And if you don't do it correctly, then you'll crack the screen and you'll be out a Neo Geo Pocket Color. So it's really a difficult thing, and he explains all that in his PDF file. He also explains the risk that is involved with it. Luckily, I have a really beat up Neo Geo Pocket Color here, which I really didn't think, you know, if anything bad happened to it, that's not, you know, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But luckily I did get the screen out, and the screen still works, and the rest of the board still works. So I'm going to be in the process of trying to get this thing fixed up and modded up, painted up, so that you can see a little bit of a before and an after with this system. And I guess what I could do, oh no, I already took it all out. I was going to say I could probably power it on here and show you, but I've already taken out the tabs here for the batteries. So like I said, I got to clean it up, and I'm going to wind up repainting it so it'll look a little bit sharp with that backlit in it. Or front light, sorry, my bad. It's not backlit, it's front lit. And here is the Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance SP, and this is the front lit screen here, which I had to take off. And yeah, kind of excited about giving this a shot and seeing how this goes. You know, who knows? I might even wind up messing this thing up. Hopefully not, but there's a chance of that happening as well. First things first, I just need to clean up all the parts, get everything together that I'm going to do, that I need to get this thing working, and after that I'll just give it a shot, put it together. I also have one more thing that I picked up from Hard Off. This thing was $10 as well, and this is an old Game & Watch, and this is Parachute. And as you can see, somebody's had their way with it with a marker. This thing has been opened up before, and you know, some kid has just gone and painted the crap out of it. I don't know why, but I took the top part off of this, and there's the overlay for Parachute. And I'll put that back in there for right now. But the screen had some writing all over it. Also, the wires for the speaker in the back were just mashed and totally mangled. So I'm going to have to see what I can do about putting some new wires in there. They're just like, they look like they're melted, but I know this thing doesn't put out that much power. It's just the fact that they were just squashed down in there. So I'll see if I can get this thing to work. Unfortunately, I need a couple of watch batteries to get it to power on, but this is another project that I'm going to have to work on here. First things first, I'm going to take this Neo Geo Pocket Color and see if I can get this thing front lit. And if I can, then yeah, I'll make another video, and you'll get a chance to see this video as the before video, and then hopefully with good results you'll be able to see a really kind of cool looking after video of Neo Geo Pocket Color front lit. So that's all for me for right now, but like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.